Hi, Nancy Mueller here and Louise Armstrong. This is part four of a four-part video where we are talking about life coaching. Louise is a life coach from Dubai. I am a life coach in Southern California, but both of us work with clients around the world. So we understand how important it is for women to get out there and be empowered in their life. And if you're feeling like there's a disconnect between what you really want in your life, whether you really understand what you want or and what you really have, we're there to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. So Louise and I wanted to talk a little bit in this last segment about some of the reasons that clients come to us. In case some of you are wondering, like, well, how can you really help me? What can happen? You know, you don't have to seek out a life coach because there's something wrong. Many people seek out a life coach simply because they want verification or confirmation about where they are in their life. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. And let's face it, I know that I was challenged at times in my life when I would talk to friends and I would have seems like the same problem over and over and over. And, you know, your friends kind of get tired of hearing it, like, oh, I'm not picking up the phone. She's going to call again. She's going to talk about this again. And, you know, the thing is when we go to friends or family, they love us. There's an emotional attachment. So they're going to tell us what they think we need to hear or what they think we want to hear. They're going to be loving, and they're going to try to help us either, I don't know, put up or shut up, because they want us to be happy, but they just don't know what to do. And another thing to think about is that friends and family tend to think about along the same lines as you do, which is, you know, if you grow up in the same house with someone, you pretty much have the same way of thinking, or the friends that you hang around, you have the same line of thinking, which is why you're friends. So if you're having a challenge that you really want to work through, isn't it good to go to someone who can help you think outside of the box, think outside of what the normal genre is of, you know, the relationship that you have with this person, which is why a life coach is so valuable. It's important to know that when you work with a life coach, it's 100% confidential, that everything that goes on between you and the life coach should remain confidential. Please, Louise and I are here to tell you, please shop around, please shop around. Now, if you're wondering what are some of the reasons that people seek out life coaches, maybe women are thinking about divorce. They're not happy with their life. They're just not happy with their relationship. Maybe they're going through a divorce. They're in the midst of it, and they're trying to figure out how they can come out on the other side in an empowered way. Maybe they've just put the divorce behind them, and they're trying to figure out how to pick up the pieces. All of that has to do with you personally, because regardless of what stage of divorce you're in, you are dealing with feelings of you like, oh, how could I have failed? Or, oh, it's all his fault. Or, oh, it's all my fault. Or, you know, how am I going to go forward? And it really helps to know you. Louise, so what are some of the reasons that people come to you for coaching?
Relationships are a huge part of the reason people do come to me, contact me, whether it's with a husband, whether it's with a wife, whether it's with a child, whether a parent, a sibling, a best friend. It doesn't really matter who it's with. And a very common thing is we're trying to change other people. And this so resonates with me because I spent, you know, over 30 years trying to change my mum, trying to get her to be somebody she wasn't. So this is a very common trait. You know, they're trying to be the better wife, for instance, and they're doing everything. You know, they're getting the right meal on the table, the house is nice, they're doing everything they can to be the better wife. And still, it doesn't work. Still, they're treated in the same matter. So this is a very common trait, and it's when we get to the level where we really realize we've got to change. You know, the only person who can change is you, and that's just so empowering in itself. And so people then look at life in such a different way, and by changing the things they do, by changing themselves, by their behavior, the reaction is then different from their husbands. And things start to fall into place, and they feel totally empowered inside because they are then in control. They are in control of themselves and the reaction they choose to have. So
Exactly.
it's very common, Nancy.
And you know, Louise, you said something so important. You said that they can't change another person. And the most important thing, if you take nothing away from these videos that we've shared with you, one of the most important things you must understand is that you cannot change another person. You can only change yourself or how you react to situations around other people. So life coaching can help you with that. It can help you really dig down deep and discover who you are, why you react the way you do, why you're having challenges with some of your relationships. Because what do we tend to do when something's not going right? We tend to blame other people. Oh, if only my husband would do this. Oh, if only my mother would do this. If only my children would start doing this. But really, it's not about changing those people. It's about changing the way we look at how the situation is going. Why are we making the choices that we're making? Why are we putting ourselves in those scenarios? I'm telling you, when you learn how to move out of victim mode, it just frees you up completely. And anyone who's blaming someone else for where they are in their life, oh, you know, it's all my parents' fault. Oh, because I was treated like this as a child. Oh, because whatever it is, my boss doesn't understand, the government, et cetera, et cetera. When we're always blaming something or someone else, that's a victim mode. And when you're in victim mode, you're not empowered. So life coaching can help you understand, first of all, when and why you slide into victim mode. Then we can teach you how to recognize it so that you have tools and exercises to help you not slide into that. And then you start seeing that you start handling situations, relationships, things that are coming up in your life in a different way. It's because you are changing you because you're changing your thought process. And that's why life coaching will help with relationships. It helps with your health. It helps with your wealth. It helps with your spiritual mind. It helps with your mental. It helps in all areas of your life. So it's so important to make sure that you're connecting with the life coach that you resonate with the most. Louise, what would you say about that?
Yeah, totally, Nancy. It takes away that internal struggle, doesn't it? I mean, that is what we're feeling. And the trying. You see, so many people try. They're trying to fix the relationship. They're trying with the diet. For instance, one of my clients, she said to me, she'd been on a diet for 20, 25 years. And she said, I want such determination that when I walk past that packet of chocolate biscuits, I don't devour the packet. And my answer to her was, that is hard work. Who wants to be determined all their life?
Yeah.
We are going to get to a stage, you are in a much better position than that. You are going to be able to walk past that packet of chocolate biscuits as if it was a teddy bear. It is meaningless to you because life is too hard to struggle. The same with me and my mum. It was too hard to try and say the right thing, try and be this daughter, try and keep my mouth shut, try and not answer back. I could do it for 3 days. Yep, perfect daughter. Day 4, bang, snap. That was it. It all came out of me. So the trying is too hard. So we don't want to live a life like that. We don't want to live a life with determination. We want to live a life with ease so that when somebody says something to you, you know what? It goes right over my head. So then they stop saying it because there's no reaction. So then their language becomes different to you and you think, wow, how did life become so peaceful? And I'm not even trying. So that is the real essence, I would say. And that's where grace and ease comes into it, Nancy.
Absolutely, because we teach people how to treat us. And when we lower ourselves or are constantly being less than to make someone else feel more than, we're putting ourselves in a lower position. And we teach people then to treat us that same way. So when you really understand your gifts, your power, your inner strength, now you start facing the world and people and everything in your life in a different way. And you're just so empowered. And because of that, that resonates to the people in your life and it comes back to you. So I hope that we have planted some seeds in you about life coaching. Louise and I are so passionate about what we've done and what we continue to do every single day. We love working with our clients. We love watching our clients blossom and grow and realize that they are the awesome gift that they are. And so we really wanted to do this project and create this video to answer questions for all of you who are wondering, what can life coaching do for me? So I know that Louise and I are just so happy to have been able to share this information with you. Louise, thank you so much for being with me and doing this project with me and just helping us get the word out to women all around the world about the power of life coaching.
Thank you so much, Nancy. It's been a wonderful morning for me and a huge honor and a pleasure. And I hope you've taken some nuggets away from this last session we've had. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. So for all of you listening, all of you watching, I want you to know that this is Louise Armstrong again from Dubai, Nancy Mueller from Southern California. Don't you love it that we're able to meet from around the world and come together and work on this project together about something we're so passionate about. So if you have any questions from either of us, Louise, can you share your website and how people might get a hold of you?
Yeah, sure. www.womensmidlifecoach.com, and I'd be happy to answer anything you have.
Fantastic. And my website is www.nancymullerglobal.com. That's Nancy, Nancy, Mueller, Mueller, global, global.com. Connect with me. Go over there and poke around. Just see what we've got to offer. And again, we both offer free discovery sessions. If you just have some questions, you're never going to get your questions asked if you're too afraid to ask. You're never going to get your questions answered if you're too afraid to ask, right? So never let fear keep you back from something that you really want to do. So this is Nancy Mueller and Louise Armstrong saying we're wishing you empowerment, inspiration, and motivation throughout your life. Ciao for now.